I don't know. This podcast is that they're going fucking everywhere. But on a serious note, we're all Man United fans. Yeah, let's try clean it up a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. The whole Mason Greenwood situation, that's what we making of it. Jay, I think you posted it into the group this morning, did you?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
If you take everything into account, like it looks to me like it's.
Jeez, he can fucking talk now, can't he?
It's what's asked me.
I don't have purpose.
These are my requirements. It just looks like a fucking spoiled teenager who just doesn't like being told no. Too much money. Do you know what I mean? To the point where he feels like if he should have something, he should get it, and it just wasn't the case. I don't know. That voice note's just not good. And the thing with that voice note, that's a 15-minute voice note.
Yeah.
Broke down to a 50-second part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't know what's on the other end of it, but it's just not looking good. And I think the next stage is going to be terminate his contract. He's after been told by Man United that he's not going to train or play for the foreseeable future. He's in custody at the minute. Just came out on Twitter before we went live that he's in custody. So, yeah.
But there was a statement from the father, wasn't there?
Yeah, I don't know what to make of the statement from the father, to be fair, but
what the statement was basically a phone was hacked or something, wasn't it?
He said that, he said the phone was hacked.
Yeah. What do you make of it, Martin?
As Jay said, I do honestly think that the audio clip of him is a hard listen. It's tough to listen to, do you know what I mean? It's pretty bad. There's no defence for it, is that? He's just an absolute walking scumbag if it's true. And as I says, all the evidence would suggest it would lean towards it is, but you have to wait and see. But
it's mad, right? Because with the pictures, you could say, well, they don't tell everything because they're bruises or whatever.
Yeah, they could be from fucking months ago. They could be.
It could be from anything. But when you have that voice note to go with it,
yeah,
there's no getting away from it. You can't, like, you can say, forget about the pictures. That voice note still
exists. But that annoys the problem, doesn't it? Like, that they have to go to such lengths because the pictures aren't enough. Because, like you said, the element of doubt would be there just because of the way things have gone. But like, that's part of the problem. Do you know what I mean? They shouldn't have to go that far. If your missus is covered in bruises, then something's after going seriously wrong.
What do you think Man United should do?
Get rid of them.
Terminate.
No, I don't think they should make any rash decisions until the facts are out, lads. Because let's face it, right? You're innocent until you're
there, isn't it, though?
Yeah, you are. But like we had a conversation about it, Darden, right? So look, no one is justifying what he done. I genuinely when I first listened to the voice note, I thought different to what I do now. So basically, he's a young lad. It's his girlfriend. It's not like it's a stranger. You know what I mean? I'm not justifying what he's doing, but what we were saying was, it's like. No, I can't even say.
I know where you're going with it. What my take on it earlier, I was saying is his mentality that of like he's so immature that, you know, it's his girlfriend. It's not.
It's not rape.
But the issue there is the mentality is wrong. It doesn't change the fact that what he done was wrong.
No one's justified that
wrong,
at all, and it will never be justified. Yeah. And like personally, too much has happened now. Like he needs to be like contract terminated. End of story. You know what I mean? And fucking take a sentence if he gets one. Do you know what I mean? But what Jay was trying to say is like, I think it's a case of the age as well as the immaturity and the fact that if that's his girlfriend, it's like, well, it's not rape because you're my girlfriend type of thing. Do you know what I mean? I think that that could be potentially where his head's at. That he's just so oblivious to it.
Yeah, and nice one for that save, Jay. Yeah, because that's exactly what I meant. And I didn't again. It's not justifying the thing, but how many girls? Like, I know for a fact there's millions of girls out there that go through that same shit, and nothing happens. They probably get over it and move on. Like, she's apparently her phone got hacked. Me personally, I think it could have been a fight, and she released it, you know. But she regretted it because she didn't see the bigger issue. But she shouldn't regret it because she was right to do it because it's fucking wrong. 100%. And I think there's loads of girls out there that have been in that position, and blokes that have been in the position that maybe now that this is after hitting the media that they're thinking, bollocks.
I think more now will be able to come forward and hopefully tell their side of it, their story that they have been holding in for so long.
Exactly, but not only that, like, lads will be held accountable for this now. Like,
and rightly so.
Yeah, like, lads probably think, Jesus, like, if your board says no, she says fucking no, like. Course, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's definitely happened all over the fucking world. And I think you try and look at, there's no positives to come out of the situation, but it will highlight a problem now. Do you know what I mean? And I think it'll give all the young footballers and he's kicking the hole thinking that they're fucking untouchable. Do you know what I mean? Because let's face it, there's so many of them that think that they are. Do you know what I mean? And obviously there was problems in fucking Manchester already, and when you see shit like that happening, like Ronaldo said that the young players aren't in it. At least that's the way it comes across.
And I said this. Did I say it to you, Martin, last week?
Sure.
It was on the podcast. I said I think the issue when Ronaldo was talking about the younger players. I said to you, I think Greenwood was one of them that you had the issue with.
Yeah, you did because you said it here, yeah.
He just seems so like fucking. Apparently, Greenwood was one of them that kicked off about Ronaldo. No, I'm not into this type of thing, you know. It's just like it's an attitude issue, you know. And then you see this thing where he has no link to his teammates and all. Like there's no like kind of bond or connection with his teammates. He's a real outcast. There's also like apparently there was a media brief today where the club told the players to unfollow him on social media and stuff and all. It's just getting fucking weird, and it seems like they're like I'm not gonna say throwing him under the bus because he done what he done and he deserves to be punished for it, but they're really making an example out of him now, and they need to. Manchester United definitely need to, because the credibility of that club will go fucking downhill.
Would you stop supporting them if he was still playing for them?
No, because it's my club. I've been a fan since fucking the day I was born. Do you know what I mean? Like, so.
Like, the right answer is yes, but no, we couldn't. You can't help a club you love just because of one player. Do you know what I mean? It's a team game. We're called Manchester United. You know what I mean? So it's up to the Thai people in the club to deal with the situation. But I don't think anything should be done until all the facts are out, and that's what I truly believe.
Yeah, because look, let's be honest, the facts will come out, and me personally, I feel like the facts are just going to back up what we've already seen.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
The chances are that everything is as it seems. Like, you can't hide a voice now.
But also, don't forget, like, the club, the player, the police will have more facts. They know more.
Exactly.
And they're proceeding as they're proceeding. So, like, they do know more than what we do. Do you know what I mean?
Like, the evidence now that he's in custody kind of sums up where it's going. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
What was your thoughts on it this morning when you first seen it?
I was shocked. Like, I thought he was trending for a different reason, because, you know, when you go into Twitter trending and you see blah, 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 and I said Greenwood and I clicked on it, and as you said, that voice now is a hard listen, like, you know. Yeah. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. I think it's shocking. Do you know that way? And I think, you know, I think it is all there what it is. Do you know that way? And I think there's no, you can't go forward with that.
I don't think there's two sides to this story.
There's no two sides to it. It's there. It's flat out.
Yeah,
like, it's mad that the question. Like, it's mad that the question is, will United keep him or not? Like, he should be down 10 years to come. Do you know what I mean? Like, he should be down to jail for the next 10, 15 instead of us worrying about whether he gets to play for United.
Yeah, 100%.
And the worst part about it is, like, see, you were asking, like, if would I support Man United if they kept him? I definitely support Man United, but the problem is, and to which the problem always is with Manchester United recently, is like the management of the club, not the manager, but the management and who runs that club. The decision making is abysmal. So it wouldn't surprise me if they kept him. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, right, look, fucking park him off for a year or something. Do you know what I mean? Let him work on himself and come back. That would not surprise me at all with the way Manchester United is run. It's not the right thing to do, but
definitely not the right thing. I think in this day and age, when you see all that sort of stuff, like it needs to be made an example of.
Yeah. Do
you think so?
Yeah, well, that's the only way people will learn from it, you know what I mean?
And luckily enough, United's a big enough club, because he would be a high value player, but United is so big they could absorb that loss. I mean, just cut price, 70 million or something they're going to lose out on, roughly, like whatever he's valued at now.
You're probably going to lose out on a 10 to 12 year investment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it saves the brand in the long run. You can't be affiliated with that.
Not at all.
No,
it's, look, and you know what? Like, as a fan, he was such a good player and he had so much potential.
It must sting a bit.
It does. You know why? Because it happened to fucking, not like the same case or nothing like that, but it happened to Ravel Morrison. Remember Ravel Morrison? Came through the academy. He was
bad outside the pitch,
It's more.
He's supposed to be head and shoulders above, like way better than Paul Pogba and all this crack. Do you know
it's more disappointing for me. Like, it's like you look at the likes of Marcus Rashford, and I mean, he was coming through as exciting, if not more exciting than Mason Greenwood at one stage. And you're looking at his life and you're thinking, like, let's face it, Mason isn't that far behind Rashford. Like, you think that he'd be looking at Marcus getting praised for all the right things and it'd inspire him to do something similar. And when you see them go down that road, it's like, mate, like, you've Ronaldo on your team who's advising you, not listening. You have Marcus doing all this good work. You were already in trouble twice with fucking Phil Foden, and before that, if you don't learn your fucking lesson, you deserve to be fucking locked up.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, he's a boy who hasn't fucking grown up yet. And he's paying the price for that now. Do you know what I mean? Still thinking he can
Is
get
that-
away with that.
Is that shame on people around him as well, though?
I think it's a.
He needs to take responsibility for
you
it.
can
Yeah.
jump in on this as well, Darden, but I think it's a case of sports and football in general with the amount of money that they pay these kids. Like, I think if Mason Greenwood was literally just turned 20, he's on, I'd say, about 60 grand a week? 60 grand a week for a 20-year-old.
Or I'd say.
I'd
for
say
I
them,
wouldn't
yeah.
say so.
yeah.
I don't think so, because I know, like, fucking Bruno Fernandes was only on 80 grand a week, like, a year ago. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You had to-
play
you had
for
to-
Man United.
Yeah, but it's 80 grand a week. Do you know what I mean? For a player of Bruno's caliber, like. But I mean, that's what I mean. Like, even still, 60 grand a week,
75.
75. Right, so there
Close
you go.
enough, yeah.
Like, what the fuck do you have to do then when you're on 75 grand a week? Like,
That's
you're
it,
untouchable.
Well, that's the thing, I'm not.
Like I just
Yeah.
don't think like money is a factor in this. Like, it's a sick fucking thing. Like, you know what I mean?
That's it.
And I shouldn't be motivated by I'm on this pedestal or that pedestal. You just don't fucking do that shit.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah, no matter who you are. It's
good
nuts.
luck, like.
It's
Fuck
nuts.
him.
Yeah, no,
Fuck 'em.
wash your hands with him.
Like you said, like the facts are there. I don't think there's any coming back from him. I think he's done.
Is it a pity
And
on a football
you,
sense?
you know,
yes,
you know what the
take
sad,
ability
you
away
know what
doesn't
the sad thing of it, and people might disagree with me on this, but it's literally life-ending stuff. Like, you know what I mean? If you're born and raised in Manchester, you're a huge United fan, you get to play for the club, and now your life is literally over. Do you know what I mean?
By your own doing, though. Has to be
no,
remembered.
no,
Yeah.
I know, but this is what I'm saying. Like,
The tragedy isn't what he's losing, it's what that girl's lost.
Mm.
Like, there's no consideration for what he's lost. He did that to himself.
No, I'm saying as fans. As fans.
He's not
it's
Rashford, same
disappointing.
story.
Yeah, no, I know that. Let's move on to some Instagram